So Western Conference Finals. Let's flip over. Lakers. Are we surprised Lakers got here?
Nope,
Or
No.
not at all.
Not even 1 second.
I have always said, man, as crazy as this might sound, with LeBron James, with all the accolades and all the achievements that he's had throughout his illustrious career,
yeah.
LeBron James is still playing with a chip on his shoulder because this man has always been told that you can only succeed in the Eastern Conference. That's it.
Right.
LeBron won't be able to do this in the West. He can't succeed in the West. The West there's more competition. And what happens? He joins the Western Conference last year for the first time in his career and doesn't make the playoffs. Sure, they were fourth place until he got injured. He gets injured, the team goes down, and there just wasn't enough time to make up any seeding.
Right.
But now he's in the Western Conference, first place, first seed. This guy is on a mission. People actually thought Portland was going to win that series. Like, I was in shock, man. I was in shock. And Dame, I mean, and fine, fair enough. Dame had a great momentum coming into the playoffs, but LeBron showed, in that series why I think Playoff Bron is another beast. He showed in the Houston series, man. They got one game, but man, he really showed what's going on. And I just think this guy's locked in, and whoever faces him, man, good luck, man. Because Playoff Bron is real.
I think me and you share the same kind of ideal or the opinion on LeBron, just because you're right. He has been doubted. Even when he was in the East, they were like, he can never do this in the West. There's no way he can do this in the West. That's not happening. And look what he's done. And I think more so, even if you look at, like you said, right? They said that Portland would beat them. They said Houston would give them a run for their money. None of that has happened. LeBron is absolutely, as you said, a boss. He is a man on a mission. He knows, kind of like Jimmy Butler, this is a business trip for him. He's just going there to do what he has to do. And it kind of shows, because if you look at what he's been saying over the past couple of months, when the NBA wanted to not continue, he's like, "No, we should go for it," because he knows this is one of his last chances. When the NBA suspended midway through the playoffs, he was one of the people that said, "Let's play," but then we found out the Lakers walked out of it as well. So there was like all different reports regarding that, right? Regardless, you can see clearly LeBron knows and understands that this year, more importantly than any year, in my opinion, is his chance to get his fourth ring.
Yeah.
And that fourth ring catapults him to a whole nother level. It's like, all right, now we can have that conversation of LeBron versus Jordan a little bit more fairly, right? Although I think we can still have that conversation. Right?
Yeah. I mean, that's another conversation for another time. But I think because a lot of people, like, I want to add to that point, like, a lot of people say that whoever wins the championship this year is going to have an asterisk next to it, right? Because of the bubble and the environment and the atmosphere. I think winning a championship now would even be tougher.
Yep.
And this is why. Because this environment, like, think about it. Just put yourself in their shoes, right? You go to work, right? Imagine being away from your family, from your loved ones, even though we have some family coming into the bubble, but that's still not the same thing. You're at work. You're taking a business trip for about 2-3 months out of the year, right? For 2-3 months without seeing your family and your focus, and you have to actually win a championship in that mentality. That's not easy. Like, to come to work every day and always needing to perform top notch, and plus without the adrenaline of your fans cheering you on, like that helps a lot. There's no home court advantage, and that stuff kind of eases your nerves a little bit, but they don't have that either. So it's even playing field for everybody. Right. Number one. Number two, like you said, like, everything that's going on off the court, especially for African Americans, Black Lives Matter. LeBron James, for me, has been the most outspoken player in the NBA history when it comes to social justice issues. I don't know anybody else outside of LeBron James in the NBA. Sure, there's been other athletes.
Well, maybe you could go like Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, you can, right? But the thing is like, they're really balancing off-court, on-court issues right now. And I think the way LeBron has said, you know what, I'm going to be the face of this, right? LeBron is taking that mentality, and because of the bubble, the atmosphere inside the bubble, and because of everything he's dealing with, the stress and the pressures off the court, the fact that he's still able to do what he's doing right now with all that shows why he's one of the greatest of all time. And I would even say that this championship would even mean more for anybody, Not just LeBron, but anybody to win.
Like, think of it like this. You guys go on vacations. I don't know how you guys are on vacations, but after 5 or 6 days in a hotel bed, I'm so desperately wanting my own bed. Like, I crave my own bed. Now, think
That's what I'm saying.
These NBA players have been doing this for 2.5 months.
Right.
Right. It's a whole different playing ground. Regardless of how nice the amenities are, nothing is home. There's no such thing as home.
That's why Kyle Lowry, when he was done that press conference, when they got eliminated, what do you say? He goes, time to get out of this.
Yeah, right.
Because a part of him wanted to go home because, honestly, that's what it is, man. Hotel court. Yeah, you go to Disneyland. Yeah, you can grab some food. You can play some video games. But home is home, man, and family is family. And the fact that these guys got to do that without all that from home speaks volumes.